Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. I had made Schezwan noodles earlier and I had asked you all if you all wanted to know how to make that special Schezwan sauce. Many of you said yes, please make it. So this video is all about making that special and spicy Schezwan sauce at home. So let's get started and check it out. For the Schezwan sauce recipe, as you can see, I've taken two different types of chilies. So one is the regular chilies, these are the spicy ones. I've taken about 100 grams of these, and this is the Kashmiri chilies, which is less spicy. I've taken this for the nice rich color. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to cook these two first. Make sure you remove all the stock from these other regular chilies, and then we will cook them together. To a nice deep pot, first I'm going to add water. You can add about 3 cups of water, roughly about 3 to 4 is fine. So to this I'm going to add about 100 grams of red chilies. So these are the spicy regular chilies that you find in the market. We call these the Guntur chilies. These are very spicy, so I'm adding 100 grams of these. To this I'm also adding about 50 grams of the Kashmiri red chilies. Now this is going to give you a nice color and it is less spicy. If you need extra water, you can always add a little more. We need the water for boiling these chilies, that is to cook the chilies. So they will soften up nicely. So this will roughly take about 15 to 20 minutes to cook nicely because the chilies have to become very, very soft. So make sure you maintain the flame on a medium and cook the chilies till they are completely done. Here's a tip to speed up the cooking process. You can soak the chilies prior, maybe for about 15 to 20 minutes before you cook them. So that way they become a little softer and then you can cook them. So you can just gently press the chilies at intervals. So you can see in the beginning when the chilies were dry, they were all floating on top. But as the chilies are getting cooked, they absorb the water. Okay, the heat is literally going into my throat. Well, this is going to happen when you're cooking the chilies, so it's quite normal. So I'm just going to continue to cook this. So it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to show you how the chilies are cooked. So you can see this. They've plumped up very nicely. So you can see they've absorbed all that water and they've become nice and soft. So at this point you can turn off the stove and you can just strain all the chilies, remove everything from the water, and you need to cool this completely. So the chilies have cooled down completely. I'm going to transfer this to the mixer jar. Make sure you wash your hands after touching the chilies. You don't want to keep this in your eyes or on your face or anywhere. So the mixer jar is filled up. I just have a few more left. I will grind this and then add the remaining. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the cooked chili water. So I'm just going to add the remaining chilies. So there's a little bit of water left. I'm just going to add all of that. So add water accordingly to get that nice fine chili paste. So you can see the chili paste is done. It's ground beautifully to this nice fine paste. Now you don't want to add too much of water and make it too runny or too pasty. So this is a good consistency. If there are seeds here and there, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to transfer this to a bowl. So we've ground the chili paste. So next we have to cook this. So take a nice wide pan, whichever is convenient for you. To this I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of oil. So once the oil is hot, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of finely chopped garlic. So make sure the garlic and ginger is nice and finely chopped. You don't want large pieces. I'm also adding about 3 tablespoons of finely chopped ginger. So first we're going to saute the ginger and garlic. So after about a minute, add the chili paste. Now I have made a large quantity. If you do want to reduce it, you can cut down on the chilies a bit. So we're going to cook the chili paste. So when you cook the chili paste like this, the shelf life will be good. You can use it, you can store it for a couple of months and you can use it. Of course, you have to store it in the refrigerator, you don't want to leave it out. So you can see the chili paste is very thick. So I'm just adding about half cup of hot water to get the cooking going. So just mix everything well. This will continue to thicken up. So you can see the chili paste has absorbed all the oil. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. So to this I'm going to add a few other ingredients. To this I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Next add 1 teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup. This will just give you a mild sweetness and a little bit of balance to the spicy sauce. I'm also adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. So once we've added all these ingredients, just continue to cook the paste. Keep the flame on low. So we're going to continue to cook this for a few more minutes. Keep the flame. Okay, that spice, the heat is getting to my throat. After 10 minutes, you can see the chili paste is thickening very nicely. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil, extra oil now. So chili paste will absorb quite a bit of oil because we are going to preserve this in the bottle. So I have added quite a bit. Now since the quantity of chili paste is more, I've added a lot more oil. In total I've added about 1 cup of oil because we need to preserve this chili paste, that is the Schezwan sauce, for a long period of time. So this will increase the shelf life, and depending on the quantity of chili paste, you can adjust the oil. I'm going to cook this for another 5 minutes on medium flame. So now you can see after adding the oil how the chili paste has cooked completely and all the oil has separated. It looks beautiful. Look at that rich color. So this is how you want your Schezwan sauce or the Schezwan paste to be. And once you've got this particular color and the oil has released, you can turn off the stove at this point, and we're going to cool this Schezwan sauce completely before we bottle it. With this recipe, now you can make your own Schezwan sauce at home. So here is this freshly prepared homemade Schezwan sauce. Now you can see this rich and beautiful color. Now make sure you bottle it in a nice clean bottle like this, and if you want to keep it for 2 to 3 months, make sure you refrigerate it. You can use this for noodles, stir fries and marinades. You can use it for so many other dishes, and I hope this video has been useful to you. Do give it a try and let me know how it turned out for you guys. I'll catch you guys in another episode of the How To series. So for more exciting and wonderful recipes, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get your notifications. You can now buy the second edition of our home cooking book at shop.homecookingshow.in.